Good evening, everybody. My name is Mark Christ. I'm head of adult programming for the Central Arkansas Library System. And welcome to tonight's presentation. This is part of CALS is celebrating not just Earth Day, but we're celebrating Earth Month all month long. And this program is one of a series that we're doing throughout the month. If you go to cals.org and go to the events page, there's a CALS Goes Green pullout where you can see all of our things that are scheduled. We have grab and go bags available at all of our branches where it's crafts you can do at home, Earth Day related crafts you can do at home. And you can get a copy of this book, 30 Simple Things You Can Do to Save Energy and Money, which are supplied by our guest tonight, John Fetherston. John is the Energy Efficiency Arkansas Facilitator in the Division of Environmental Quality, Office of Energy. Energy Efficiency Arkansas is a program in the Arkansas Energy Office that's in partnership with Arkansas's public investor-owned gas and electric utilities. John previously worked with the Arkansas Department of Transformation and Shared Services after leaving federal service with the Department of Defense. A few housekeeping things here. This program is being recorded and will be available later on our CALS YouTube channel. I will ask that if you're not speaking, please keep muted. And I will be monitoring the chat. We encourage folks to just chime right in and answer questions John has and ask any questions that you have. If you're bashful about doing that, then just put it in the chat, and I will share it with John. With that being said, John, it's all yours.
Hi, well, good evening, everybody. And like Mark said, I am the Energy Efficiency Arkansas Facilitator, and I do work for the Arkansas Department of Energy and Environment. We are partnered in the Energy Efficiency Arkansas program with Arkansas public investor-owned gas and electric utilities. And so we have information on our website that will help you reach those utilities and find information from them in an easy, accessible way. Our mission is to provide information on ways to encourage Arkansans to save on their monthly electric bills and gas bills, which in turn helps them to save money. Tonight's presentation is called Myths and Facts, and it's a little bit of a game, so we're going to try to do this together. Mark, is there a way that people can chime in if they like?
Yes, they can unmute when they want to answer a question or ask a question, or if they want to, they can put it in chat, and I will share it with you from the chat.
Okay, that's a great way to do it. All they have to do is click the little red microphone. Okay, so this is Myths and Facts on energy efficiency. And let me advance ahead here. Okay, so while much of Arkansas, as well as our nation throughout the world, is getting ready to celebrate Earth Day, here at the Arkansas Department of Energy and Environment, and especially in the Energy Efficiency Arkansas, we know that every day is Earth Day. So we like to encourage people to communicate the importance of caring for the Earth 365 days of the year. With that in mind, I plan to share a little bit of energy efficiency strategies with you and some of the common myths that you may have not heard about energy efficiency. Okay, there are numerous tips that we have on our website for saving energy, but the first tip is choose energy saving lighting. Replacing 5 of your most frequently used lights with energy efficiency star bulbs could save $75 a year in energy costs. In fact, changing one 75-watt light bulb that's a old style incandescent light bulb that may be in your living room. Most people have a light in their house that burns for 8 to 12 hours a day. And if you have one of those, just changing that one single light bulb to, there used to be these curly Q CFL lights, and then there's these LED lights that you can purchase at Bargain Hut or whatever store that you shop at. But the Incandescent lights typically have a lifespan of about 900 hours for a 75-watt light bulb. And if you were to change that one light bulb to an LED, which was be maybe an 11 watt or so light bulb, depending on which one you purchase, it will have a lifespan of about 25 years typically. The incandescent 75-watt light bulb lasts about 900 hours. And so you can see right away that you would save quite a bit. So over 20 years, that one light bulb might save you $200 or $300. Are there any questions about light bulbs? Okay. The second tip is about the use of electronic power strips, smart power strips in your equipment on your home. You may or may not have been aware that some power strips and some devices in your home run all the time while they're plugged into the wall. So that could be your cable box that keeps track of your favorite TV show. It could be the cell phone charger that you plug into the wall and just stays plugged in while you're away and your phone is not plugged into the strip. Those devices use power. With the cell phone strip, with a cell phone plug, cell phone plugs in the typical home add up to about $5 or so a year of added cost to your energy bill. It's not a lot, but it adds up when you start adding up all these devices. Some that draw much more power would be cable boxes for your TV sets and your power TVs and things like that. And so please turn those off when they're not in use. That would be a great way to save some energy. Lowering the temperature on your water heater and installing low flow shower heads are another great energy saving tip. Has anybody ever seen a flow regulator? Let's see if I can get it close enough to show. It's a little aerator that sometimes are available directly from your utility company at little or no cost. You might be able to acquire some of these in a program that your local utility has. And what they do is they add a little air to the water as it runs through the tap. It'll lower the amount of water that you use at any given time, the rate that the water goes through your tap. Water is free, comes out of the ground, but processing that water, making it clean and keeping it filtered and delivering it to you is something that we have to pay for because somebody has to do that for us to get it to us. Okay, so let's play a little game. Fact or myth? Can anybody make a guess of whether it's a fact or myth? Using less is equal to being efficient. Mark, can you start?
I will take a guess that is a myth.
A myth. Let's see. Okay, that is a myth. Using less energy, for example, shutting off lights when you walk out of a room can definitely be a way to save some energy. But energy conservation, just simply using less, is not the same as energy efficiency. And by itself, it's not always enough. The energy efficiency is the act of doing more with the same amount of energy, and the energy efficiency products are a great way to do that. We talked about the LED or CFL light bulbs just a moment ago. Turning off lights are good. Using energy efficient bulbs in addition is better. Lowering your heat setting on your thermostat is good. Upgrading to an Energy Star system is better because you can actually program things to run more efficiently in your house. On that note, by lowering your temperature setting just 1 degree in the wintertime could save you 5% on your energy bill. In the summertime, you can save 3 to 5% by turning your temperature up a degree. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, let's try another one. Let's see. See if there's somebody who might want to take a stab at this one. Fact or myth, energy audits are not an effective solution to increasing energy efficiency in the home. Okay, let's see. We think it's fact or myth. It's actually a myth. Today, energy audits are commonplace in homes and in businesses. It typically involves the examination of the whole home or your area of your business as a whole. It is meant to find specific places in the home or in your office where energy efficiency can be improved. So it might be leaks of air through that space or lack of insulation. There may be other energy saving devices that might be able to help out there. And it may simply be replacing some appliances that are not helping you out with your energy bill. Identifying potential for energy efficiency upgrades during an audit can save you sometimes between 5 and 30% on your monthly energy bills.
Okay, so Austin got that one right.
Does anybody want to take a stab at this one? Fact or myth, energy efficiency products aren't actually more efficient. Anybody want to try?
Austin says myth again. Wesley also says myth.
Okay, let's see how the game's going. We should have a bell going ding, ding, ding when they get it right. Okay, that is right. That is a myth. Many people believe that energy efficient products aren't more efficient than other products. They think it's a lot of advertising and branding. While there are some less scrupulous manufacturers out there and some products that can come from places that don't have as clear standards, if it has the Energy Star logo, I think you're doing pretty well. Energy Star is the Environmental Protection Agency's back symbol for energy efficiency. So products certified by Energy Star have met strict benchmark standards. The light bulbs we talked about earlier, the CFLs and the LEDs, for instance, must prove to operate between 70 and 90% more efficient than traditional incandescent bulbs. And then we talked about your pocketbook about how that is a much more efficient way to light your house. You can have the same color of light, you can have the same brightness of light, and they're rated to last much longer. So in the end, you'll save in your pocketbook and be as comfortable and maybe even read better if you choose a light frequency that works better for that purpose. Okay, let's try one more time. Fact or myth, appliances still use energy after they've been turned off. Who wants to try this one? I bet you there's some veterans that know that.
Austin says fact.
He said fact. Wow, Austin's on a roll. That is true. Computers and televisions and radios continue to use energy even after they've been switched off. Some appliances can't be easily unplugged. For example, some microwaves are installed, but there are Energy Star rated microwaves, and the main idea to convey across here is that some of these devices run in the background continuously, and some of these devices have phantom load, which is you can almost think of it as vampire power. It just draws power and runs through the circuit constantly, whether it's being used or not. Some of those are some of your power plugs and things like that. But because of that, you might want to consider unplugging some of these, or there are some smart strips that you can buy at your hardware store or grocery store. You may be able to find them that will turn off certain things at certain times and help you save some of that energy. But just remember that some of these devices, including TVs, smart TVs, and even cable boxes, just because the light's off doesn't mean it's not running in the background. And some of them run with the purpose in mind to allow you to quickly turn them back on after you come back to your device, so that you can go immediately back to the purpose that it was doing. And it's a convenience, but it also uses energy. With your computer, you can set them into sleep mode, which will use much less energy, but just be aware that you are using energy when it's in sleep mode. Does anybody have a question about that? Okay, let's try again. Let's see how Austin does. Fact or myth? All you have to do is buy a certified appliance. Anybody guess? Beth said something. Did she say anything?
Oh, let's see. Austin says, ask fact with a question mark.
Ask fact with a question mark. Let's try. Okay, well, broke the roll there, but okay. So items such as light bulbs and microwave, simply purchasing and using Energy Star products can increase the energy efficiency. For some other appliances, though, this is not always true. And there's some things that can kind of tangle up those issues. So some studies have suggested that most heating and air conditioning systems in the United States are not installed properly, and this can lead to a considerable waste of heat or cool air, hot or cool air. Some of these things can happen in attics or crawl spaces if they are not properly attached or properly sealed. Then you can lose a large amount of your hot or cold air that you've paid your hard-earned money to put into your house. Not insulating those can also cause a little bit of a difficulty, as some attics in some houses can get as hot as 150 degrees or so in the summer, even when it's 80 or 90 or 100 degrees outside. So ensuring that those are installed properly and that they're breathing properly by changing out air filters and things like that is definitely a must. You can save a lot of energy. In fact, the typical heater or heating system or air conditioning system will probably use more than 20% of your entire energy bill in any given year. So those can add up quite fast. Anybody have a question?
I want to point out that Wesley did get that one correct.
Oh, okay.
And then Austin said, well, hey, I learned something at least.
Mm-hmm. I think Austin's still in a slight lead there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's edged ahead, yes.
Edging ahead, okay. Okay, myth or fact, closing vents in unoccupied rooms does not add to energy efficiency. So I'm really curious to see who gets this one right. Beth's waving.
Austin says fact, Wesley says myth. I don't see the waving. Beth, I think you could unmute if you want to just talk directly.
Oh, okay. So let's give it a try. Let's see what we get here. The answer is it's a fact, and it may be a surprise to some, but while it seems like a logical concept, and many people I'm sure have heard that I've closed off rooms for the year. You know, I've closed off rooms for the winter or for the summer to save energy, especially in the summertime. If your air conditioner system is affecting your entire house, you can dramatically affect your comfort by doing this. And the reason is that just like heaters, air conditioner is installed by somebody, by a heat and air person to come in. They program a certain amount of load for your house. Your house is a system that they're looking at, and so they determine ahead of time how much volume of air needs to be moved through that system to heat or cool your house. If your air conditioner is too powerful, then your house will heat up and cool down frequently because it will do its job very quickly. It will lower the temperature and then turn off. You know, and as it turns off, then the temperature gradually rises again, and it'll lower the temperature and turn off. You know, And so what happens is you get hot and cold and you're uncomfortable and it just doesn't seem right. And if you let it do that over and over, then you will actually use more energy than if you just simply let the air conditioner run throughout the house in the typical house. The same thing applies with heat. They are your your heaters are designed to run with a certain volume of air in the system, and if the ductwork is not breathing properly, then you may have more volume. You may be trying to heat your attic or your crawl space in your house, and that will cause problems. Or if you close off all the vents except for one room, then you will surely get that one room warm, but then you will get hot, cold, hot, cold. Does that make sense? Does anybody have a comment? Was it a surprise to anybody?
I did get that one wrong earlier. So
okay. Okay, fact or myth? Windows do not have to be replaced to improve their efficiency.
Myth.
Myth. All right, let's see here. Well, it's a fact. You don't necessarily have to replace your windows. Replacing windows can be expensive, and you do get a return on your investment over time with some energy efficient windows that are double or triple pane, and they have gases inside to help increase the insulation value. But some things can be done cheaply at home. There are some products that you can buy if you want to seal off your windows if they're drafty in the wintertime. There's some simple, it looks like saran wrap. It has a little seal around the outside edge, and you can seal off your window during certain times of the year. A better way to do that would be to have an energy audit and actually have somebody come in and find all the cracks. But you can do some of these things yourself temporarily if you like, and you can dramatically affect the comfort of the inside of your house. And by sealing off some of these little areas of your home with some of these little sealing strips or sheets of material that look just like a window, once you put a hairdryer on it, make it tighten up, you can dramatically improve the air quality in your house. Moisture follows air, going in and out of your house. And if you allow things to be drafty, you could actually have a moldier house that affects your breathing. Some people here may have heard of a cousin or an uncle or an aunt that may have had sudden headaches and they couldn't figure out why, and then they figured out, because I had mold in my house. Well, that's how the mold got there. Mold follows the moisture, which follows the air passes back and forth in and out of your house. And the average house, I've got a little poster here, but it's huge. It barely shows up in the screen. But most houses in the United States have an average of about a 14-inch by 14-inch space, a window, and this open to the air, summer and winter, all year round. That's all the spaces added up that leak in a typical house. That can be a dramatic amount of space to try to heat and cool, fighting against the elements outside when it's very hot outside or very cool. So having your house sealed up is not necessarily a bad thing. It can actually help you quite a bit. They're quite cost effective. Okay, fact or myth, and this one may have led into, do not insulate your home too well because it needs to breathe. Who's ever heard this one? I see Beth smiling. Does anybody want to take a stab at it?
Austin says fact.
Austin says fact. It's a myth. Okay. And Beth smiled.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
You were going to say myth on that one. Okay. This is one of the most common, I think, from my own experience. I've heard this many, many times, that you need to let your home breathe. But that may not necessarily be the case. Homes are not living beings and they don't need to breathe. the small gaps in the insulation leads to wasted heat and cooled air. We talked about that a minute ago. Can you imagine having a giant window that's 14 inches by 14 inches in your house that you have to leave open all year round and try to heat and cool? That's really what happens in the average house. And it's not because they're so badly made. It's just because of tiny little gaps that kind of open up here and there in the construction of the home. And by having those sealed off, you can really dramatically improve the efficiency of your home. That's why I strongly encourage that everyone go to find an agency that offers home energy audits and weatherization that can definitely help your home. Okay, so don't stop your insulation efforts at the walls. Your heat and air ducts are important. So if you're having your HVAC person come out and check your air conditioner and your heater once every couple of years to make sure that the pipes are sealed and there are no leaks in them, that you're not heating or cooling a space that you don't want, like underneath your house or up in your attic, will definitely help you. And water heaters, so we talked about water heaters a little bit earlier and about hot water pipes and things like that. Probably should be insulated if you can have that done. Some of these things can be done at little cost, and some are a little bit more difficult. But those gains are definitely something that will benefit you, and it will help you have a more comfortable home, help your pocketbook, and definitely help everybody else in the environment and with our energy needs. Okay, so with a bit of knowledge, the road to better energy efficiency practices is a lot cleaner. Who has questions? Who was our winner, Mark?
I think ultimately, Austin had more correct answers than anybody else, but I think we all learned something from this, so I say we were all winners.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would like to offer some information. We have a website. It's energyefficiencyarkansas.org, and I'll leave the screen up here while we're talking a little bit. And if anybody wants to type in a question, they can definitely do that, and Mark can help provide that for me. If anybody has a question that they're uncomfortable asking, please type that or email me. My email is johnfeatherston@adeq.state.ar.us, and I will be more than happy to answer your question. Or if I don't know the answer, there are times when I don't know, I will find the answer for you and help you get that. There are also other programs within the Office of Energy that may very well benefit you. These are programs that you need to apply for, but I can put you in contact with those people. Some help with energy. If for qualifying folks, some will help with energy concerns, and others can possibly help with weatherizing your home. As far as if you have questions about Energy Star products, or if you have questions about energy efficiency products and how you might be able to do those projects on your own, we have a website. It's energyefficiencyarkansas.org. We have interactive poster. We have some interactive games on there, some do-it-yourself videos, and we have some really nice little fact sheets that have information that could have helped you win our little contest today. And Mark, if you said you have some books available for folks if they would like to have one.
Yes, you can pick those up for free at any of our branches, and we do have a couple of questions in the chat.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so first, Austin asked, what else do you know about water heaters? I've heard turning them off can save energy. I think there are timers you can buy.
Well, with the water heaters, with energy efficient water heaters, they're much improved over some of the ones from the early 2000s and 90s and 80s, depending on how far back. Typically, water heaters will last probably between 7 and 15 years for most water heaters. But dialing those back, Austin made a very important point. I don't know if he was aiming that way or not, but if you leave your home and you go on vacation, or you're going to spend little bit of time away from your home, why not turn your water heater setting back down to a little bit lower setting? You're going to be heating that water as long as that water heater is on, regardless of whether you're there using it or not, and that can save you money, definitely. He was asking about the settings. What?
Well,
about timers and things like that?
Yeah, are there timers you can buy for?
I'm not very well aware of timers that are available, but I can look into that for you. If I can get information for Austin, I can definitely try to find that for you. But like I said before, you can make your own personal decisions about comfort with water heaters. I think the low settings on most water heaters has the temperature around 120 degrees, which is plenty warm for showers and baths and things like that. And the highest settings on some of the water heaters is around 165 degrees. Well, that will scald you quickly. And so it might not be safe to have you need to check your with a thermometer if you're going to set your water heater to the highest setting, and you're going to be paying for it as well. And so you might want to make that consideration too. Did I answer your question, Austin? I think I got that one. Did somebody else have a question?
Yes, there's another question from Wesley. He's asking, are there any ADEQ grants or programs to help people improve home energy efficiency?
In a way, there is a program. There is a program called LIHEAP. I can't speak directly to that program, but I can definitely put Wesley in contact with the folks that can get him that information about how to apply for that. That's a low-income home energy assistance program that can also actually help with some energy bills if you qualify. There's also the WAP program. It's the Weatherization Assistance Program, and I can additionally, while that's not directly energy efficiency, I can additionally put them in contact with the folks here at the Office of Energy that run that program, and I would be glad to do so. Did you have another question?
Okay, well, Austin answered earlier. He said, I think your answer helped. I'm also a renter, not a homeowner, so the strategies I can take advantage of are probably more limited.
Maybe not as much as you think. Some people aren't aware that some of these programs are available for rental properties too. There are energy efficiency programs that are available through the Office of Energy and the partnered utilities that we have. For example, here in maybe I can go to our website here just for a second. Okay, so this is our website, and at the start of our website, when you first come in, you will see a screen similar to this, and you can find your cities. So, for example, for Little Rock, let's see if we can find Little Rock quickly. Not Little Flock. Let's see, Little Rock, Arkansas. And so for Little Rock, this will show some of the results of some of the utilities in your particular area. If you live here, Austin and Little Rock area, or you can look up the zip code or the county by county. You can look up where you live. But what you do is you find your utility on our website. You can go into our resources and see various things that are available and some of the materials and some of the games and calculators and do-it-yourself books that we have. But right here on this page right here, it'll show you what some of the programs have. So say, for example, you have energy would be electricity and CenterPoint would be gas. And so say, for example, he was talking about a water heater. So let's click on that. Say you have a gas water heater. And so we're going away from the state's website. We're going to a utility. So this may take just a moment. And so, so you would go to the residential program and find out what is available there. I think it's just taking a little bit long. But for example, there are programs that they have for water heaters at the utilities. And what you can do is you can go explore these. I I strongly recommend that everybody that you talk to and tell all your friends to go look up the programs and incentives that your local utility has for you. They may have a help for you if your heater goes out or your air conditioner. They may have some aerators, that we talked about, that little flow regulators that you can put on your sinks or shower heads that are a little or no cost for you, that can definitely help with your energy bill that way as well. They may have some really great resources as far as finding energy saving products. And so I strongly recommend you go visit there. As far as our website, we do have some we do have some resources available. Let's see here. And I went on the wrong one here. On the residential website, we have some fact sheets that are really nice that explain very, very clearly about how to close off air leaks, how to stay warm in the winter, how to stay cool in the summer. There's some do-it-yourself videos that are pretty cool. We have an energy saving calculator in the corner. For the do-it-yourselfers, we have an home energy projects. That's kind of a nice little energy saving booklet. But I strongly recommend that people go to our website as well. And I'm going to put that screen back up here. Put this back up where everybody can see again. So here's the information we have. If anybody would like to write that down or make note of that, take a screenshot or something. Can I answer anybody else's questions while you have me?
Thanks for the presentation.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody. And I appreciate Mark and the Central Arkansas Library System for inviting us to speak tonight. I hope everybody learned a little bit about how to save energy by their choices of energy efficient products and about maybe some conservation measures that they can do in their home as well. Please be conscious of others and turn off the light and dial things back a little bit. You may even find it a little more comfortable for you if you apply some of these principles. Thanks, everybody. And please contact me by email if you have any questions. I would be happy to answer those offline.
Thank you so much, John. And I do want to remind everybody, we have a whole month of activities going on about things like this. Our next Monday program will be about what you can and cannot recycle, which can sometimes be confusing. But go to the events page at cals.org and everything will be there. Everyone have a great night. And thank you again, John, so much.
Thank you very, very much.